Greetings, members, one and all of the Salivation Nation, the 10 largest producing gold mines in the world. Let's explore! I've always found infographics quite interesting and fascinating, just in general, but especially with regards to precious metals. It really is interesting to see how the data looks. I am a visual person, so I do like to see it, and this is one way to be able to showcase how the data in terms of production of gold in this particular case, but in other cases as well too, which is one reason why I do videos showing information like this. And Visual Capitalist is one place that has some really interesting infographics over the years, although many of them are outdated. I would love to see some of those older ones updated with new data. Fascinating indeed is this one here on mapping the world's top 10 gold mines in terms of production. And if we look here, we can see that the world produced an estimated 3,561 tons of gold in 2021. And it also asked the question, which ones were at the forefront of production? And it may be surprising, but we'll look at the data and see exactly what makes this so. It's Nevada gold mines. Now that sounds relatively general, and we'll find out why below. But they account for 2.9% of global gold production here in the United States, and that's 3.3 million ounces. And each one of these little stacked cubes here represents 100,000 ounces of gold produced in 2021. The second on the list here in Uzbekistan is the Morontau Mine, and that's 3 million ounces per year. Wow, that's a lot of gold. That's amazing. And then the third is, amazingly enough, is in Grasberg, 1.4 million ounces over here. And wow, amazing indeed. Fourth is in Russia, no surprise there, 1.2 million ounces, an Olympiada. Interesting. And then the fifth is down in Pueblo Viejo, 0.8 million ounces. Yeah, that's, and then sixth is in Africa, Kibali at 0.8 million ounces. And then the seventh is over in Australia, Eastern Australia, and that's Katia, 0.8 million ounces. Eighth is over there in Lihir, 0.7 million ounces. Man, amazing. And then ninth is over in Canada, Malartic, 0.7 million ounces there. And then wrapping things out is Western Australia, is 0.7 million ounces, and Boddington. Very, very good. Yes. I'm going to the Super Pit mine is probably, by the way, over here in Caddy is my guess, but I'm not sure. But so we break it down a little bit more and get an idea of the top gold mines in 2021 by production. Newmont was the top producing gold miner in 2021 with more than 5.9 million ounces across all of their projects. And then Barrick was the second largest global gold producer in 2021, mining 4.4 million ounces. But the reason why we get Nevada as being number one, and Nevada gold mines, is that you have the owners, Barrick and Newmont, with Barrick being the operator, and this is why we get them as the super producing mine here. With number one in the United States with Nevada. And so here we can see, too, is Uzbekistan in this chart here, in this graphic that shows 3 million ounces, and that is Navoiai Mining and Metallurgy Kombinat there. And then we can see Indonesia, and Grasberg there is 1.4 million ounces. I never knew Indonesia was such a massive gold producer. That's fascinating. Freeport McMoran there, amazing. And then Russia, we have 1.2 million ounces there in Russia on Olympiada with Polyus, or Polyus maybe. And then with the Dominican Republic, we've got Barrick and Newmont again, with Barrick being the operator here for their amount there. And then the Democratic Republic of Congo in Africa with Barrick and Anglo Gold Ashanti, which are the owners of that mine, with Barrick being the operator with 0.08. In Australia, a close next in line with 7th with Cadia, which is Newcrest Mining. Newcrest also has operations in Papua New Guinea as well with 0.7 million ounces. They're the operators as well as the owners. And in Canada, we have 0.7 million ounces with Yamani Gold and Agnico Eagle, who are the owners, with Canadian Malartic as the operator there. In Australia, Boddington and Newmont is involved in this one, and they are the owners and operators at 0.7 ounces. So, yeah, very interesting indeed, and fascinating. And this is something that is very interesting to see how these numbers play out. And we can see this. Here's another that shows a list of those with the exact numbers of production in ounces between these different organizations and mines. Pretty interesting. In 2019, the world's two largest gold miners, Barrick Gold and Newmont Corporation, announced a historic joint venture combining their operations in Nevada. The resulting joint corporation, Nevada Gold Mines, is now the world's largest gold mining complex, with 6 mines churning out over 3.3 million ounces annually. Yes, so there you go. And Uzbekistan's state-owned Morontau Mine, one of the world's deepest open-pit operations, produced just under 3 million ounces, making it the second largest gold mine. Morontau represents over 80% of Uzbekistan's overall gold production, just from that one mine alone. Only 2 other mines, Grasberg and Olympiada, produced more than 1 million ounces of gold in 2021. Grasberg is not only the 3rd largest gold mine, but also one of the largest copper mines in the world. Wow, that is interesting. Olympiada, owned by Russian gold mining giant Polyus, or Polyus, I'm sure it's Polyus, holds around 26 million ounces of gold reserves in the ground. It's pretty amazing. Polyus was also recently crowned the biggest miner in terms of gold reserves globally, holding over 104 million ounces of proven and probable gold between all deposits. Yes, indeed. And this is some interesting information about asking the question, how profitable is gold mining? Well, the price of gold is up around 50% since 2016. Let that sink in. Less than 10 years later, gold has climbed up over 50, or about 50%. That's pretty amazing. It's hovering near the all-time high of $2,000 an ounce. In fact, as I record this video, it is $1,800 and some change. That's pretty good compared to where it was between 2016 and 2019. And so this is good news for gold miners who achieved record high profits in 2020. For every ounce of gold produced in 2020, gold miners pocketed $828 on average, significantly higher than the previous high of, yes, the evil $666 an ounce set in 2011. Of course, 2011 was a high for both gold and silver. Indeed. Wow, that is something else. With inflation rates hitting decade highs in several countries, gold miners could be a sector to watch, especially given gold's status as a traditional inflation hedge. Yes, indeed. So that tells you something. They're making money hand over fist, and likely they will continue to as inflation keeps going up and people flock to gold to preserve their wealth. Fascinating indeed. Let me know what your thoughts are on this map and this infographic. I'd like to extend a multitude of gratitude to you all for taking the time to watch, and remind you that I do post videos on a daily basis, and encourage you to hit that notifications bell so that you can be apprised of the latest video that makes its way across your device, and or bookmark the channel page so that if you miss it there, notifications or subscription feed, you can see it there. I'm getting more and more people contacting me saying, hey Sal, you're missing the boat, you missed this story, you should have done a story about this or that. Well, more than likely I have. There's some things I do miss, and I appreciate people letting me know about it. But if you ever want to know if I've ever done a topic on anything, you can always search my videos from the channel page to see, or just scroll through the last couple of days if it's a story, because more likely some people are missing the notifications or the subscription feed. But a multitude of gratitude to you all, and I want to encourage you to please rate this video. That means press that thumbs up button. It does help the algorithm to get the word out. Share it with all of your friends, families, co-workers, and pets. Comment and subscribe.